Particularly good.
Awesome. So, shall we?
Did we level up?
No.
Every time you ask this question,
What the hell?
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, we did not level up last session.
because it didn't happen.
Yeah, we had this pretty sort of short and sweet session last time. That was just you guys setting up your nice little smuggling setup.
Oh yeah.
And now you have you've now taken over a portion of the River Rats turf. You have 10 of the former River Rats gang members in your employ. You have Schubert 36 and Trent Darby, Cookie's old time buddies, running the day-to-day ops, and you have a gentleman by the name of Goto who's been doing a lot of freelance, sort of like procurement for you, and acting as a go-between, a middleman for you. You have a nice little setup going there. That's really nice. And then, yeah, we left it there at the end of last session with you guys having done that, and then done up your lovely little hidey hole base. So you guys put up some.
I think I'm quite drunk at the end of that last session. I don't remember doing up the base.
I don't think there was much. You guys basically put on heavy doors, a CCTV. Sort of
we wired it to blow as well, didn't we?
Oh, that was it, and a shitload of explosives just in it, just in case.
Seems reasonable.
I think Cookie set up a remote detonator for himself, just in case.
And made it look identical to a TV remote, and then placed it down next to his TV remote and went, oh shit, which one?
No, he just made it out of a TV remote.
Yeah, he just added a button to his TV remote.
Like touching the off switch.
Yeah,
Press the red button now. He's like, oh, should I?
It's the off switch, and it's exactly the same.
It's the on-off switch and the off-off switch.
Yeah, press this button if you do not want to not blow it up.
Yeah, he kept it as confusing as possible because it'll help.
Negative.
Yep. Lovely. So, you guys had just sort of returned after sort of you guys are chilling in your new base after all of that setup. Anything in particular you guys are doing?
Didn't we have a remit from some bod before?
Sorry, what was that?
Wasn't there a... Well, I don't think it was Sly. I'm pretty sure it was someone else. Didn't someone tell us that we were meant to make London burn? Like a while
That
ago?
was Sly.
Yeah.
I was saying that was his...
He expanded on that point. Because
that was...
without any further instructions, we will cause chaos.
Yeah. So yeah, now that you think about it, it has been a little while since you've chatted with Sly. The last time you spoke to him was when you guys were setting up the deal to sell off the Wern drive, where you guys made your millions. And yeah, he's been a little bit quiet.
My favourite moment there was when it was like, it's been a little while since you bothered to progress the fucking story, you mother.
He's been doing his own stuff.
You got sidetracked making money, you greedy bastards.
Nothing wrong with that.
Man needs a revenue stream.
Oh yeah.
He's
got to finance all this domestic terrorism.
Coats don't pay for themselves, boys.
Mm.
Have you got blood stains out summer?
Yeah.
So yeah, should we call Sly?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you phone up Sly. It takes a while for him to pick up, but he picks up after a little while. He answers the phone a little bit bleary, but quickly sort of, you think you may have caught him napping, and he wakes up. Hi there, guys. Oh shit, yes. thank you for getting in touch. I was actually just about to call you. I heard about what went down at the pot the other day. Impressive shit. That was some ballsy stuff. I think it's certainly shake things up a little bit, and it's maybe brought up a couple little opportunities. If you guys are amenable to it, I've got another job for you, if that would be all right with you. How's that sound?
I mean, okay.
Yeah. All right.
About
Ain't got much else to do.
Want to work? Want to work? Generic.
He says, "All right, I'll bring other details in person," and he gets your address off you, and
He doesn't know where we are.
yeah, as he gets the details. He finds out where you guys have been staying now, where you guys moved on.
Deets, like.
Gets the deets, and yeah, about half an hour passes. He eventually turns up, sort of like energetic as ever. He sort of like swaggers in. This is a fantastic little place you got here. I don't know. I mean, you must be spending your money. Only sensible. Right, to business. So, you know how I've been getting you guys collecting these little drives for me, and so far we haven't really done much as far as you might have noticed. Trust me, things are going on in the background. I have a line on some equipment which I'm in the market for. However, the only people who have it is some fine chaps in the wasteland. Now, they're happy to do business with us, but they're a little bit wary about coming into the city. Understandably, they stick out a little bit. So, I've set up the terms of a deal. They are going to drop off some cargo, and all I need you to do is go pick it up. It's already been paid for. They have said that they can't leave for... They didn't fucking elaborate on it. They just basically said that we have to go to them to pick it up. So, whatever it is, it's all fine. You guys head over there, pick it up from them. All good. Should only be, a couple cases, a couple crates worth of gear. So as long as you got a truck, you should be all dandy. Sound good?
When you say gear, or gear.
Gear or gear. Sort of tapping your nose. Roll a persuasion check.
Hey.
Fuck happened there?
He looks back at you and says, Jameson, all in good time, my friend. Wouldn't want to spoil the surprise now.
Clarity, I was asking if he meant weapons or drugs.
Don't worry, I ain't in that business. If you mean the recreational kind, that's not what I'm in for.
Only professional drugs. Got it.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically he sends you some coordinates of the place. It is out in the wastes, quite a ways. Now it's not going to take you weeks and weeks, but it may take you a sort of like, judging your estimates, probably like 2 days there, 2 days back, potentially.
They purchase an alternative mode of transport.
Gonna do a spot of tenting.
John's already on his motorcycle.
If you wanted sort of context, he shows you, when you look up the coordinates, you check it out, and it's basically somewhere in sort of northern Wales is sort of the equivalent.
Oh Christ!
There's been a lot of, obviously, like a lot of sort of sea level rise, but
Did
this
Snowdon
is somewhere.
erupt?
It's it is somewhere off in Snowdonia, roughly that sort of area. So it's not so much the distance as the crow flies; it's more navigating sort of dilapidated sort of highways and fucked up infrastructure, which tends to take the most time.
The M4 just got a little less boring.
Yeah, I mean, shitty services are the least of your worries.
Tom might be falling asleep on this M4.
Sorry.
Cool. So, yeah. So, what were you guys? He says, just prep for anything that you think you might need. Like I say, hopefully it shouldn't be too intensive a run, but you know, out in the wastes, these aren't the most trustworthy of characters. So, I wanted to send a group of lads I trust.
And when I couldn't find them, I settled for you.
Oh.
And ladies. He sort of like does like a half bow to River.
We need to
give him the finger.
Velcro Mecha Ditch to the side of the van.
Yeah.
Quick question with these
heavy.
wastes: are these like hot, desert, arid? Are these wet and cold and windy? Like it's Wales, so I assume it's miserable. But I'm just trying to gauge which side of the miserable spectrum.
Roll a. I suppose what it would be.
Is there a weather check?
A weather check.
My
Roll a
meteorology
history
stat
check.
is really low.
Roll for Met Office.
Roll a history check.
History.
That'd be your sort of general awareness of.
Oof.
I'm getting some really weird noises when people are rolling. It's like I'm getting a double, very loud.
You can just mute the tab, like.
So yeah, I mean, you know, like anyone else, that over the last century, the various waves of climate crises have led to complete sort of global fuckery with the climate, sea level rising, perpetual smog. I mean, in London, you guys would be lucky on a clear day to see further than 200-300 yards. Out in the sort of northwestern wastes, sort of over towards sort of old Wales, and that it is not sort of arid, sort of desert like wasteland. It's a lot more sort of rocky, inhospitable. There is some greenery, but it's not like rolling lush hills. It is rock, and it is squelchy mud and earth, and it is sort of what is not sort of barren rock is squelchy marshland usually.
So largely unaffected by the climate disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, complete is right. Rock and mud and shit.
Alright,
it is a rugged sort of place. It is a rugged sort of area.
Can I go and buy appropriate clothing for the whole party? I'll just do everyone, you know.
Nice.
Just big puffy coats, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wellies in bright pink for everyone, you know.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So if you're buying clothes for everyone, it's average. So between all the guys, that probably about like the sort of like rugged sort of outdoors gear, sort of like 30,000 one longs.
Okay, I'm buying the good stuff, so that works.
Cool.
Oh, why did it have to be 30? Oh, I got to do maths. Thanks, Ed. I'll be a second.
That's some North Face and some. I mean, Berghaus doesn't exist anymore, but some.
Oh no!
It's
don't say that.
diversified into cybernetics.
Yeah, they mostly sell guns now.
Yeah,
This world isn't
they're
worth
no
living
gun
in.
runner.
The mech is actually a Berghaus mech.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
Berghaus branded. I'm imagining, like NASCAR, you have like all the like stickers and shit. Big like fucking Burkhouse.
On
Yeah.
military ordnance. Oh god, this truly is the worst timeline.
The idea that they anglicised and now they're just called like Mountain Home.
Yeah, with the rise of extreme nationalism, those foreign sounding companies were unceremoniously booted out in the late 21st century.
Yeah, like the a chicken tikka masala is now called a chicken Norwich. So
I'm not sure I'd ever be willing to eat something called a chicken Norwich.
certainly wouldn't myself. Dear God, no.
If
Yeah.
it tasted like a tikka masala, I would.
I don't know. I'm not sure I could deal with the connotations of it being something from Norwich.
I'll be trusted.
I would mistrust it.
We nearly got a nice parking fine for our boat in Norwich.
Really?
Add on
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
Oh,
wait a minute.
When do we get a parking fine for?
We didn't. We nearly did.
Was it because we were? Did they actually come to us, or were they coming down?
There was a man on a bicycle who turned up and he was like, "You need to pay to park there," and we were like, oh, "Okay," so we had to pay him.
you sure
Yeah,
it
one
didn't
thing.
just
You
turn up
just
on his
hit a
bike?
random
got
guy on a
rammed,
bicycle.
didn't
Yeah,
Eve.
Andy, you were robbed.
He was like a river traffic marshal. What do
I
you call
thought
it?
he said you need
Was
to pay
was
for-
River Traffic Marshal written on the back of his high-vis jacket in crayon?
Felt tip, Richard.
He turned up and was like, "There's a mooring fee for the night," and we were like, "Oh, we're not staying," and we left.
No, he was like, I'm sure we had to pay him. 'Cause he was like, if you're gonna be more than 45 minutes, you'll get a ticket.
I don't remember. I was quite drunk all week.
That was after we nearly got caught by the river police for doing 6 mile an hour in a 4 mile an hour zone.
6 mile an hour in a 4 mile. 4.
To be fair, we were driving drunk. However, that's not against the rules.
Yeah, because it's sailing.
The day after Sam crashed into fishing rods.
After
Yeah, Richard, maybe
Right.
cut this bit.
No, this is saying it.
I'm not the one who blocked the fucking toilet, Andy.
Yeah, I was having a pool while you were crashing into everybody's fishing rods.
Andy hid in the boat, and I was trying to stop all these fishing rods from snapping.
We went down this narrow little bit of river, and there was like a little dock, like sort of semicircle at the end with some boats on it, and then the other side of it was just all people fishing. And we had to turn around in this really small space, and I was going backwards and forwards, and I was sort of shunting. It was like a 10-point turn basically in a boat, and their fishing rods was in the water, and they just didn't take them out. And I was like, well, I'm very sorry if we touch your fishing rods, but you didn't fucking move them. So
There was also no one there. They'd left all the fishing rods.
I think we didn't like wreck any of them. We just bent, like not bent, but we touched a couple and they bent, they flexed a bit, and they came back. It was fine. We didn't like destroy anyone's fishing gear.
Is this the same holiday where Andy shit on a table?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
it's that kind of highbrow.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was just mostly concerned that there would have been a second holiday where he shat on the
one
table.
of
This was a
one of my
different one.
enduring memories of that holiday was actually when we moored up on a lake, and we were moored up for the night in the middle of not next to a shore, just with an anchor down in the middle of a lake, and it was like a thunderstorm, torrential rain. We were sat in the middle of a lake playing Ring of Fire, drinking rum. And it was a very vivid moment.
Waking up hungover, and it's not just your head spinning around.
I need to touch the floor.
It's like, you literally can't get up.
And then Andy decides he's up and about, so he starts engines up, and me and Price are just in the back with the engine like 6 feet from our heads. Just this huge diesel motor just starts up and like vibrates the whole room. That was lovely when you were over.
I'm up in a drone of like.
And then there was towards the end of the week, we had some long journeys to do during the day to get back to the North Broads from the South Broads or whatever we did, and Andy and I nearly killed one another. We got very angry at one another about who was driving the boat and how we were going about it.
I'll
And
be
then
honest with you, you
That
and
sounds
Andy
like
getting
every
angry
time
at each
you're in a
other.
vehicle.
Yeah, like getting angry over who's driving a boat sounds like the most Sam and Andy interaction.
I
I
don't
can
think I
imagine.
was angry
Yeah.
about who was driving the boat. I think I was just angry at Sam.
Yeah, in reality,
That's an incredibly angry Andy and Sam
You guys
interaction.
managed to get cabin fever. I'm amazed.
Andy was angry at Sam, and Sam was just angry at Andy for for a disagreement that Andy had never come up with.
It was, to be honest, if it hadn't been driving the boat, it would have been something else. So we'd just been in the same space for like 6 days, and we were ready to murder one another.
Yeah.
Because we didn't go to the East Russian Victory
I considered putting the car in a tree on the M11.
That was when we started screaming.
Everyone was doing goat noise screams on the way home, and I was like, I could just end this now. There's a massive oak tree there.
And he was doing about 70 on the motorway, and there was 3 of us in the car just screaming at him. It was a healthy situation.
Anyway,
Honestly,
Yeah,
if you'd
sounds
done
like
it,
it.
you would have deserved it.
so the moral of that story is I would eat a chicken Norwich.
I'm glad we settled that.
Clear that important bit of lore up.
Is Richard going to cut that bit?
Oh, fuck
No,
no.
that's gold.
No, that is the lore of why Andy would eat a chicken Norwich.
Honestly, Chicken Norwich is now the name of the episode. Let's face it.
No, there's a guy who is making our Wikipedia, wiki, like the Dungeons and Drunks wiki page, and he needs to know this stuff because people
Yeah.
want to know like where.
Ed,
Yeah,
Ed,
it's-
it's called a police report.
Yeah, it's weird. The guy's screaming and crying to be let out a lot.
Richard feeds him bread and water, and he keeps at. It's
Wait, I thought someone else was feeding him.
Oh fuck!
Uh-oh.
Oh, oh, he's dead.
That's a solid
Now
goal.
we're in a
Viewers
now we're in a
content.
pack.
Yeah, that's the shit hot content that nobody comes to us for.
Oh. Yeah, well, that bit's getting cut. Don't want to be on the hook for murder.
Consistently get a whole 4 views. There are 3 people who are really. I'm assuming one of them is probably one of us like checking up on things. So we have a whole 3 viewers who consistently follow this shit. Here they are.
Got a rabid fan base.
Yeah.
Is it not just Dan and his 3 accounts?
I thought, no, I only ever watched them if I missed the episode.
Dan, you did it once, therefore we just assume that you do it forever.
That's fair.
That is true. I assume you watch everyone.
Also, you have a Voracious Appetite podcast.
I do enjoy Richard's
Yeah,
podcast.
how you do it? Yeah.
How you struggle through Rich's content. Average.
Lovely. So, you have purchased some. River has gone shopping for you all and bought you all some nice matching outdoorsy gear.
Yeah, look, I even
what-
embroidered your name in them, and every single one has twat embroidered in it.
Is it across the arse?
Oh, that would be so much better. Can I
There's
retcon it
juicy.
that I bought those trousers with juicy on the back?
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys are getting ready for your little expedition?
No.
John's still sitting on his motorcycle, ready to go.
Yeah, I'll get in the sidecar.
Just excited.
It is a sort of street bike. Would you be like wanting to modify it at all?
I was just checking how much money I have. Yeah, I think I'll modify it.
Yeah. So if you were
That's a
wanting,
paint job.
yeah,
Just
if you were
paint some,
wanting to
fake mud on it.
modify it
Soft
for,
Tassels on the handlebars.
I mean, it's a pretty sort of like rugged sort of vehicle anyway. The main thing you'll have to do is mainly just like change up, switch out tires and stuff like that, and that's pretty doable and pretty quick job. Maybe sort of like tweak the suspension. So how much is a thing to begin with? Vehicle.
I think it was about 400k.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
so yeah, I'll say about like about like 40k to switch out both tires and like tweak the suspension and like get it sort of like ready for the wide open wastes.
So I bought a military class SUV, did I not?
That's pretty good. Like that's gonna do you. Yeah, that's pretty suitable.
Hmm.
If you wanted to get anything else for it,
I'd like
You're
to
all-
get a I'd like to get a like a roof rack with
Yep.
a like storage top box type thing.
oh yeah, no, it has like roof rack stuff. That's fine. It already comes with like that kind of stuff.
Maybe a trailer.
Trailer. Yeah, no, that's doable. You'd be able to get something for
Just have a
like
trailer.
yeah, like 50 grand. Be able to get a nice, like a good one, like something that's going to be able to
I'm gonna
sort of keep
deduct,
up.
I'm gonna deduct 50 grand from my fortunes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this has Velcro for
Yeah, it has Velcro for the mecha.
the Mecha.
Oh, is that where the mecha is going in? Yeah, no, that's cool.
he's
Wait,
yeah,
do we
yeah.
Velcro our mech suit to things? That does not seem
We
at all
Velcro.
sturdy.
We put ditch in the mech
Cyber
suit.
Velcro, don't worry.
Yeah, then we Velcro
Yeah.
to the side of the vehicle. It
Should've
saves
seen
up
that coming.
space.
It's
It
just
saves up
yellow.
space. If the mecha suit was in the vehicle, Dom, there wouldn't be as much
Yeah.
leg room.
Good to know. Yeah, all right. The leg room is important, so
Mm.
carry on.
Honestly, if we show up to a fight without a mech, we're probably okay. If you show up to a fight with no legs, poor. We're in
Yeah,
a
or
bad
like
position.
poor circulation in your legs. I mean,
Yeah.
poor nightmare. No? Yeah,
I had
okay.
no option. There was no leg room in this vehicle, so I had to cut my legs off.
Exactly. It's the only way I could fit in.
There was no leg room in the taxi when it turned up.
Weirdly enough, this is the one universe where you could just get new legs.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's a good old place here. Lovely. Cool. Anyone else wanting to do anything else particular before you sit off?
I'd like to go and do some shopping in terms of just a bit of ammo.
Okay. Yeah. Anything particular in terms of ammo, or just sort of regular stuff?
Yes, some of the special ammo.
Ah, okay. So special ammo. What type of ammo? So when you head on down to your local weapons dealer, I believe it was. Oh yeah, that was it. Sweet Peas. She shows you a plethora of various types of rounds. She shows you around. You got GPS bullets for tracking people that things that you shoot them into. They have different sensors, but they last for about 2 hours after being fired. Good for tracking someone that's trying to make a speedy getaway. You have incendiary bullets. You have armor-piercing bullets. Self-explanatory. You have flathead bullets, which deal bludgeoning instead of ballistic damage. That's what they do. And you also have ionized bullets. Basically, these act similar to like an EMP or a taser. So
Yeah.
it does electric damage instead of ballistic.
I would like
These tend to be quite good against like things like mechs and stuff like that.
nice. I'm gonna buy because they're all shotgun shells. So I'm gonna buy 10 they're in this shotgun shells are sold in twos, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll buy 20 GPS bullets.
So the GPS bullets for 2 is 675, so that'd be 6,750 for 20.
I will buy 200 of the armor piercing bullet shells.
Yeah.
So that would be
Armor piercing, so 200, that would be 1, 2, 5. That would be 125,000.
Yep. I will buy 20 ionized and 20 incendiary.
Okay. So the incendiary would be 25,000, and the ionized would be 62,500.
Oh. Which, if I've done my maths right, is a total of 219,250.
I will take your word for it.
Cool. In which case, then, I am done with my shopping.
So the way those work as well, I should mention, for any type of damage, if you're using specialist ammo, the trade-off is basically that they don't do quite as much damage. If you've seen the thing, so it'll say, so for example, if something does 1d8 ballistic damage, if say you get an incendiary bullet, it'll be whatever the next sort of level of die it would go down to. So it'll be 1d6 fire damage, essentially.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got a record of that. So that's all
Okay,
good.
cool. Yeah, that's all good.
What I would usually do is just roll the normal attack and then I'll just re-roll the damage afterwards, if you don't mind, because I've only got
Yeah,
one
that's cool.
base.
Yeah, that's easier.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Right, I can add those to my little list.
Yeah, Sam did raise a good point about kind of an SUV or something with the gear. How much is it we're going to pick up? Did he give us vague volume?
He said about 2 crates worth of gear.
Are we going to have space for 2
I've got
crates?
a trailer.
You do have the trailer, but if that's going to have the mech on it,
No, the
Yeah, are we actually going to have space for the gear?
keep in mind the mech travels. I'm just going to double check this. I'm
The mech
pretty
will
sure the
travel-
heavy mech travels at like 5 miles an hour, so like a brisk walk, like a slow jog. Yeah, it travels at 5 miles an hour. So, if you want to bring that with you, I mean, could be very useful, but yes.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we need it.
We might need to go without it purely so that we can actually, do the job we're hired to do up there.
Could we not just have like a 30-second montage of us training him how to run faster instead
Mech.
in the mech, just with like some inspirational music?
I mean, yeah, you can certainly try.
Completely will
We
fail.
teach
but
him to run. It fits.
It does.
It does fit. It's perfect.
It doesn't fit.
Your face. Yeah, got him. Fucking got him.
Certainly showed him.
Done.
Yeah, cool. All right, continue.
So yeah, where you landed on the mech there. And you can get another vehicle. That's always an option.
I'm not taking the mech.
How's your van
What?
going, Cookie?
Huh?
Is it fixed? Is the van fixed up now?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, yes, but I'll let Dom verify that.
What?
Not Dom, Ed, sorry.
I will
believe it is.
verify it. It's shattered. I should just say, is there a reason why Mr. Ditch doesn't just buy his own specific vehicle for carrying the mech everywhere?
Yeah,
Because he's utterly useless.
because
I mean, I
all
am
of his
aware
money.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
He spent all his money on
Does
pachinko,
he does love pachinko? That is.
and now he
yeah.
can't buy a fucking vehicle.
Okay. What if I bought a van for the mech?
So if you wanted something that would be usable here, so there's something like a hauler, which would definitely do it because that's essentially like a proper truck with like a haulage truck. But then if you wanted something a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, you could get something like an SUV, and then get like a
Get something
trailer.
like that.
Little Mr.
Nice.
Ditch special.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So you could get something like an SUV. I'm sort of thinking the heavy mechs, they're quite big, so they're not something you can kind of just shove in the back of a van, unfortunately.
Okay, how much is a what was it? A hauler or lorry or whatever?
A hauler. You guys have already bought one, remember? And it's in
Really?
your warehouse. Yeah.
Doing weapons dealing stuff. They can't have that.
Yeah, that's not
Uh,
Mr. Ditches.
If you wanted to
What?
get another one, it would be 600,000.
Okay.
You go for it.
Let's get a hauler.
Yeah, and when you inevitably go bankrupt through Pachinko, you can just become a long distance lorry driver.
Through mech related.
Yeah. You can use the mech as a forklift.
And you can star on a fly on the wall History Channel Shipping Wars TV show,
Oh yeah.
Star is a bit strong. Have you met him?
transporting things like brass horses and beehives and other wacky things.
Yeah.
That's definitely not staged. Yeah.
Well, it was 600,000. You said, Ed.
Yes.
Cool. Gonna write a note. Yeah, I want the hauler to look like that. That van.
I specifically don't want it to look like that, so, you know, your call, Ed.
Oh, fucking Christ. No, I'm. If you want, you can get that. That'll be custom. That'll cost you a little extra.
Japanese thing.
If you want like the custom body kit and paint job, that'll be an
Yeah.
extra 100,000.
Okay, it's worth it.
Yeah. Totally.
No. Yeah, it
So
now
you
has
guys-
negative ground clearance.
You, you guys are just sort of like just bullshitting at the base. Well, Mr. Ditch, one of you's like wondering, like, oh shit, Mr. Ditch has been gone for a little while, and then sure enough, like you just hear this like massive like pulling up directly outside, and you hear this massive horn, and then it starts out like as a big truck horn, and then it turns into like an anime OP. Just for like 5 seconds. Like it's just like a high female voice just started singing in Japanese. Yeah, that's your hauler. You can't now.
Well done. You're fucking stuck with it now.
Cool. Brilliant. Yeah, no, it's perfectly sized for your mech. It's just got just about the right amount of size for it, and yeah, it'll fit on there quite nice.
In the hauler, is there a big red button where like he slaps it when he's in the driver's seat and the seat like lays back flat and he slides backward through the truck and he gets straight into the mech and then just walks
Oh
back?
yeah, no, definitely. That was 100% part of the custom paint, like custom stuff you got put into it.
Just like how Wallace gets into his trousers in the morning.
Yeah, it basically just like tips the mech up so it's facing away, and then it just tips the whole front cab up and just dumps him into it.
But sometimes it drops him in backwards.
Yeah, no, he had to practice a few times just to get the idea of it. Just to realise he needs to turn around completely in the chair first.
You'd once have to send a text to the manufacturer saying instructions unclear, got my dick caught in a mech.
It's got big, heavy-duty industrial clasps on the back, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got my dick stuck in them more than once."
I don't have a dick anymore.
That's on the FAQs.
My dick is stuck.
Dick.
What do?
What do old dick entrapment related issues? Please see our FAQ.
Let's see, for dick-related inquiries, please press 1.
Imagine that coming onto a job at a call center. You're like, so this is your desk. Why does it say Dick Services on it? Oh, don't worry about that. That's unfortunate naming. I admit, but yeah, don't worry about
Into
it.
mecha suit sales, please press 1 for sales. Press 2 for dick-related injuries. Press 3 for all other inquiries.
Yeah, they got so many calls. They just had to make it right there on the front.
People really didn't get the idea of what cockpit meant. Fantastic. Yeah. What are you guys doing then?
Got nothing to follow that. Fucking-
Looks like we got ourselves a convoy.
We have got a convoy.
We got a great big convoy.
And how? Like, what is it? Is it a day's journey that we can make it in, or is it going to take longer because of how difficult the road is? Assuming
yeah.
we don't encounter, get attacked by wild packs of badgers.
So yeah, when you're looking down, who's gonna be? Well, someone can look at the sort of the coordinates and sort of look at plotting a route there. Whoever wants to, please roll some navigation.
I might roll this.
Oh, I think I actually have navigation.
Yeah.
I'm good at navigation.
Oh, +3. I'll take that. Fucking never mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have a plus 3 as well.
I didn't even know that skill existed. Holy shit!
I can't actually open my character sheet.
I've been waiting to use like the bottom end of the character sheet for a little while.
Why can't I open my character?
Why can't we navigate?
Wow, these some city boys here.
I'm gonna have to log off and log back in.
Off the character sheet.
Sort of like things like navigation, presence, religion,
Oh, hey.
vehicles.
Here you go.
So is John going on a bike, or are you going in a car, John?
I'm going on the bike. I paid
Yeah,
money to
fair.
have it. I paid money to modify it,
And if I can, River will go in the sidecar.
which also has maybe suspension.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 of our squishiest people are completely and utterly exposed.
He makes a good point. I might leave you on the bike and go in the van.
That is entirely reasonable.
It is.
If you're still going in the bikes, but it doesn't mind going in the sidecar just so you have a healer nearby just in case.
Just riding along with a defib kid out.
Deep in one hand, syringe in the other.
It's like encased them in plexiglass, like the Pope Mobile.
The dream.
Cool. River and Cookie. I mean, this is a big, hot sort of hour-long debate you guys all have, like just shouting over the map readout. But between River and Jameson, you guys managed to plot what you think is a pretty good course heading up to the northwest and through some pretty sort of inhospitable areas. But you managed to avoid some of the bigger areas of desolation, and you think you've got a pretty good route in mind. You reckon it'll probably take you about 2.5 days to get there? Probably about the same to get back?
Road trip.
Should we stock up on some supplies?
Jaffa cakes.
Funyuns.
Funyuns and Jaffa cakes.
You degenerate. Onions, I mean, really.
Let's do it.
Sorry, caviar.
I mean, there's a big gap between the two that you've left out, but whatever.
I am not aware of anything that fits in between the Funyuns caviar scale.
Twinkies.
What's some Ginster's pasties?
It's just past these. Yeah, so topping up for the trip ahead, you guys are able to. Let me just see if there's something already put in here for rations. I doubt it. Oh no, rations 1 day, 200 per person, so 6 of you.
5 days.
5 days.
That's.
30 rations.
I'm going to conclude that the going must be tough because apparently, in theory, we could walk to North Wales from London in 3 days.
2,400.
Then off roads.
There's a lot of going around things and having to. I mean, the route is not straight at all. There's some big diversions around.
It is super gay.
I like to imagine that Birmingham is just a giant nuclear hole.
Oh yeah, there's like old
Again, so
cities
completely
where,
unaffected.
yeah, there are cities where it's so much quicker just to divert all the way around them rather than trying to like drive through the like just desolated, abandoned sort of shells and sort of clogged up infrastructure, abandoned vehicles.
So we all agreed we need to give a 50-mile berth around Birmingham. It's actually Birmingham is still standing and is perfectly fine. There's no radiation or anything like that. That's just for our safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was fiction.
I like to imagine that Milton Keynes is still entirely intact. It's just empty because no one wants to live there.
And nobody goes there.
It's still full of fucking roundabouts.
Go to a place called Milton Keynes.
It's the unwritten rule. You just don't go there.
Awesome. So, so you guys, 2,400 for rations for the journey there and back for all you guys. If I wanted to pay that.
Sorry?
2,400.
Then we'll chuck that in.
In the kitty.
Oh, done.
You guys are all good. Really? Sorry, I meant to say, to explain the route a little bit better, and I finally got a map out in front of me. So basically the reason it takes quite a while is because you have to divert north around Birmingham, giving it a big berth, because the area which is sort of south of Birmingham, which could turn into, it's the Severn, isn't it? The river there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the areas which is sort of flooded out quite a lot, basically all the way up to Birmingham.
Oh, so even the floodwater didn't want to go into Birmingham.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've got standards, mate.
Yeah, true.
Fantastic. Are you guys all ready to set off? Anything else you'd like to do?
I can't think of anything. Is there something really obvious we're missing?
Nothing especially that I had in mind.
Did we bought like a tent and stuff, didn't we, in case we have to camp or something degenerate?
Can we be completely clear that we're not going to Northampton?
I did say I'd like to get some tenting equipment.
Yeah, that's fine. I suppose with general sort of camping gear, you've already gotten rations, so assorted camping gear, let's say 10,000.
Splint's also got 7 different tents because he buys them and then realises that he doesn't like it, so he buys another one.
He just keeps buying pop-up tents, but he can't put them back.
Yeah, he keeps a tent and then
pops it, camps it, burns it, buys
and
it.
in 2185, like, let's be clear, like the pop-up tents are about the size of like a brick, and then trying to get those fuckers back in the package is nigh on impossible.
It's pretty tough, to be fair.
Yeah. So you guys have all sort of assorted camping equipment, tents, stoves, that sort of stuff.
What's everyone's CB radio handle name?
Flint.
Lynn.
Biscuit boy.
Pachinko pickles.
So Jameson's handle.
Jameson's is Cuddles.
That's cute.
John's is just classified.
I'm going to put the hammer down.
Keep walking. Very nice. So yeah, so it's sort of getting to the evening by the time you guys have sort of organised all your gear, and so
How are we travelling? Who's going with what? Is Ditch taking his unnecessary
The ditchmobile.
ditchmobile?
I don't know if you can ever say a heavy mech is ever unnecessary.
It's not
It's
unnecessary.
Ditch is travelling with the heavy mech,
Yeah.
All right.
So you got the hauler with the heavy mech.
and Cookie's bringing the cargo.
You got the
Vehicle.
military SUV with the trailer. Yeah.
And then someone's bringing a motorbike. Did I hear a motorbike being banded about?
Yeah, John's not ever going to travel any other way.
John's on a bike. Okay.
Alrighty. So just for so the morning comes of the next day, and you guys are getting ready to set off. Who is going in what? So you got the hauler, you have the SUV, and you have the bike.
Ameson's going to declare that Mr. Ditch is general weeb and he's going to get in the SUV.
I will go in the SUV as well. I'm staying away from the weave. Nothing personal. It's just you as a person.
Looks like it's just Mr. Ditch and Radio 4.
And his Mac. And his waifu pillow.
So far we have Cookie, River, and Jameson in the SUV. Ditch is in the hauler.
Can I ask Splint to go with Ditch?
Spin is not going with Ditch.
There's no one.
Tell Splint to go with Ditch.
If Spin ends up with Ditch, Spin will literally sedate himself.
Fine.
No, Spin was either going to go in the SUV or he'll go in the sidecar to make sure that Redacted has a healer nearby because he's squishy.
Okay, so we
Wait,
have.
I have 24 hit points.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah, so Ditch in the hauler, Cookie, River, and Jameson in the SUV, and John and Splint in the bike. Very good. What's the order of this? Who's going? Who's going first? Who's going second? Who's going third? What's your convoy sort of?
Can I suggest we go hauler, bike, hauler, SUV?
Okay.
I'm open to other suggestions, but that's mine.
No, I like that. Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense because the bike can scout somewhat as is
Yep.
needed.
Yeah.
Okay. So bike, hauler, SUV sounds good. Lovely. So either John or Splint, for setting off for the beginning of your journey, can one of you guys roll navigation?
Yes.
Go on sidecar, roll navigation. You did it better the first time.
You want a navigation roll?
Can
This is
Redacted assist me?
they are out in front, so I'll say probably they're the ones sort of forging the path.
Uh-oh.
That's so Splint.
Can I say that he helped me?
He didn't say beforehand, but
I did
will
ask,
allow it in this.
But
in
it's
this
just
instance,
it didn't come through because
Yeah.
you were talking. I did
Oh,
ask
okay,
out loud.
sorry. That's fine. All right, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, that's not much
Oh, a
better.
bit better. Yeah.
It's better. Double.
Awesome. So you set off on your first day. Also, Splint, can you roll me a d20?
Yes, I can. Those are the notes I found training Russian. Oops, I rolled 2 apparently, and I've got GM on, so I've rolled a 14. Everyone else.
That's cool. Yeah, that is all.
What?
So the first day's travel goes without event, really. You guys start driving out to the west a little ways, a couple miles before hooking north and basically just trekking directly north for most of the day. You do have to sort of whenever you encounter sort of big bridges or like old highways, trying to find ways across it becomes a little bit problematic. Trying to find sort of crossing points or parts that don't have bits that are just congested with old traffic that's been abandoned is pretty difficult. But no, you managed to wind your way up there pretty handily. You guys are getting sort of just sort of skirting around the edges of Birmingham, sort of to the northeast of that, when you guys are getting sort of towards the evening. Where are you sort of camping out? Is there anything particular you're looking for, or are you just sort of
Something
as soon
flat.
as it gets dark? Sorry?
Something flat.
Something flat. Okay, so as you sort of as it's coming towards the evening, you do as you pull off some old sort of forest sort of tracks, you do get onto a little stretch of road with a little sort of like bridge overpass, which does look pretty open and pretty sort of quiet for now. Is that something you're looking for?
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, you guys all gone without issue. It's all gone fine. And yeah, you guys are able to sort of set up camp for the night. Is there anything you guys are doing before you guys sort of bed down for the night, or anything you're doing in the evening?
Light a big fire.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So yeah, you guys have a little fire, have a little bonfire, have a little bit of fun.
We
and
should take it in turns. That keeping watch.
Need a watch.
okay.
Can't
So
we just have the robot dog on watch?
Good shout.
I'm just thinking it's a cyberpunk world. Like, surely we don't have to have a. We have a robot dog.
Yeah.
yeah, no, you can have Tyron keep watch for the night if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys bed down for the night. Cookie, Andy, can you roll a perception check for Tyron, please?
I can roll a perception check for Tyron, please.
4.
We may have made a mistake.
That one. Calling.
His perception is -2.
Oh, good. You bastard.
I was gonna as well say with disadvantage because it is like it
Oh,
will be
well,
nighttime, and I don't think he has anything to say that he has like low light vision or anything like that. But I don't
Why did
think
nobody stop me when I suggested this? I thought he'd be a dog. He'd be like a good watchdog, you know? But he doesn't have a sense of smell. Of course he's shit. Oh, God.
You're entirely justified in your assumption. It was just
And he's built out of leftover toaster parts by a madman.
He's built out of toasters and hubcaps.
Yeah.
Caps, yes.
Unbeknownst to Cookie, he's never really he doesn't really realize he's never really set out like a wilderness like protocol for Tyron. So Tyron's very used to just there constantly be shit going on. So it's not really sure what triggers that it needs to sort of keep watch on. So you guys just went to sleep and say, Tyron, keep watch, and it just sort of sat down, sort of staring at you, and you were like, good boy, and went to sleep. So yeah, you guys are bedding down for the night, and it's about sort of wait, let me just double check something. Fucking hell. And it is about sort of the very wee early hours of the morning. Splint,
Yes.
you have a passive perception of 19. Am I wrong? Why have I got that written down?
I've got a +9 to my normal perception.
Yes, so you would.
Yes.
God damn. So yeah, you are awakened sort of late into the in the wee hours of the morning with a rustling coming from outside, and you hear something around the vehicles.
Nice. I'm going to try and get people on our comms if I can. Like, because I'm assuming they're all in ear comms, right?
Yeah, everyone has their comms still, so I imagine you guys don't have them like necessarily in your ears, but they're like to hand.
I'm going to try and get people awake using the comms. What can I hear? Just a rustling noise.
You just basically hear roll a perception check now that you're awake. Shit. Okay. You hear breath sounds. You hear sort of like heavy, sort of fast panting noises. And you hear sort of footsteps, and you hear like something near you. Now that you're awake, you think it's near the SUV. There appears to be something. Sounds like either like prying or like sort of messing. You hear like metallic sort of tapping noises, like something's like fiddling with it.
Nice.
There, but you think it might only be one.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get people on the comms, see if anyone else is awake, see if I can wake anyone up with it, but us keeping relatively quiet.
Roll a stealth check just to see if you can do that without sort of raising sort of alarm.
Oh.
No, absolutely fine. So, Splint, as you do that, you go to like hit the comms, and then as you like open it, there's a lot of feedback from, I imagine, where you've been spooning with Redacted in the tent, and right next to his comms, giving a load of feedback. And
wait,
there's
in a
big
tent with
squeal.
someone. Oh, okay, fair. Carry on.
This is just sort of theatre of the mind, but
no, that's fine. I love.
Basically, there's been a lot of feedback, and you made a lot of noise, or the noise of you sort of alerting everyone else. Someone made a noise, and there is a big commotion. You hear the rustling stop suddenly, and then you hear like more frantic hitting on the metal, and then you hear like footsteps running away.
I'm gonna scream at Tire Iron to chase him.
Yeah, cool.
And then hopefully that wakes people up, and then I'm gonna try and get out of the tent and see what I can see. So like as I'm getting out, I'll be like, Tire Iron, get him, sick him. I don't know, whatever the command code is.
The real question is, did we charge the dog?
And then I'm gonna try and get out of the tent, and hopefully sound the alarm, wake people up as I'm doing so.
Yep. Or good. Awesome. Yeah. No, you sprint out. By the time you have sort of extricated yourself from your tent and you made it out, you can't see anything. It is pitch black right now, and you are just casting about. But there is nothing that you can see.
I would like to fire an incendiary round of my shotgun into the air to see if that lights up the area.
No, it does. You roll a perception check with disadvantage, just because it's like an instantaneous flash and it is still like pitch darkness all around you.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. You see, just fading into the distance, quickly being pursued by your metallic best boy. It looks like bare feet. Something, or like, well, it looks like a person with like white sort of pasty feet and legs running away from you, and that's about as much as you get. You get the idea it's like a slim build, maybe like a slight man or a woman running away. They're not wearing very much.
I'm gonna run after them.
Awesome.
Splint chasing after naked men
Like when I was back in the army.
every weekend.
Just PT.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm going to chase after them again and like just call in for the other people to see if anyone else like can wake up. Whilst I'm after them.
Yeah.
Um,
Awesome. You sprint off. Make a athletics check to try and keep up with them.
I'm not an athletic boy.
That's fine. Yeah, you running off into the distance. You
Can I keep an eye out for like footprints and like see if I can track them whilst I'm running?
You'll do it at disadvantage because you are sort of. It is the middle of the day, and you are
Yeah.
trying to sprint at the same time. But yeah, roll an investigation check.
There is tracking. but I can roll
Do
investigation if you
tracking.
want.
That is a lot more applicable.
It's the same roll either way, but
That's all right.
you know, just for the shits and gigs of using the bottom half of it. Disadvantage 18.
Dang. Shit. Yeah. No. You. They're not being terribly hidden with what they're doing. They're just trying to fucking run, and they're breaking branches and knocking shit over as they're running. And it does really help having Tire Iron like yapping up in front of you. They're keeping pace with them really easily. You come across as you round the corner. There is Tire Iron with someone up against a wall, and he is just yapping at them. It's still really dark and it's really hard to see, but up against the wall of a building, Tire Iron's seems to have them pinned, and they are just sort of stood still. And you get the feeling, although you can't see their features, that they're looking at you, and they sort of like they're gone very still.
I am going to level my shotgun at that person and threateningly whisper, "You're going to come back with me and we're going to sort this out. What you've been up to." And try and intimidate them into conceding. Whilst with the other hand patting Tire Iron's head because he's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He is a good boy.
Awesome. Roll intimidation for me.
Again, not a strong suit of mine.
No, that's all right. As you are, you stare down on them with the shotgun, and as you are, you get from their body language that they're weighing up the pros and cons, and then they eventually do start stepping round over towards you. Make what was I going to say? There is a point where they are coming towards you, and they're almost towards you. Suddenly, you hear and almost feel like a small, like not impact, but like a thunk next to you, as something appears to drop down next to you, and then there's a sudden blinding flash of light. And I would like you to make a Fortitude save, please.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
20.
That was 20. Dang. So yeah, there's a blinding flash of light as what you are pretty sure is a flashbang goes off. At the same time, the person that was coming towards you lunges with a weapon. Sorry, that's what I was meant to do. Shit.
Have any of the rest of us woken up?
Oh yeah, you guys are, but you've Splint's just sort of dived out into the night by himself.
Can I see where he's gone? Because I have night vision.
At this point, yeah, you can use tracking if you like to sort of try and suss out where he's gone. Splint, does a 16 hit?
That is what they need. Yep.
Yep. So yeah, they did 3 points of damage to you. 3 points
Okay.
of slashing damage to you. I'm not going to enter combat just because it's only the two of you guys here, so it's much easier just to run it without. And as they slash, they turn to sprint away.
Okay. I am going to, as a bonus action, load in a GPS cell,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm going to shoot him.
Yep. Go for it.
Damn.
No, unfortunately, it goes a little bit wide as they're sprinting off into the darkness.
We know
Cool.
exactly where that tree is, though.
I
It's not
will
moving.
run after that person.
Yep. All right. Yeah, running off into the night again. That's fine. You are able to sort of keep pace with them. They are trying to. They're going to be basically dashing to run away. So, are you going to try and take actions as you're doing it to try and shoot again? You would probably only get one more shot with the limited range of the shotgun before they would. You would
No,
lose them.
I'm
from
just
your
going
range.
to chase after them now. Like, and just
Okay.
keep running.
Yeah. So whilst Splint is doing this, what is the rest of y'all doing? So John Doe is trying to track him. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I go with John Doe if he's running after them.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave Splint by himself, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll Yeah.
I'm on comms, so can I speak to them as like? Can I speak to the group as a free action, by the way?
Oh yeah. No, you can just be kind of commentating with whatever.
I'd also like to say down the comms, like, don't leave the camp completely unattended.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? What's Tyrone been doing amongst all this? Well,
Tyrine initially was chasing after, and then now that the figure has turned and bolted again, has pursued off with Splint.
yeah, but in all these actions that Splint's been getting, has Tyrone been getting a chance to?
Oh, it's a good question.
Splint. So initially, Splint just told Tyrine to just chase them, so he hasn't taken any actions. But you are able to command Tyrine if you wanted to.
Well, let's try and yap at their feet.
I assume yap at their feet is like grab hold of them, right?
Yeah, if you want to take an attack, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
What is Tyrine's speed, by the way?
What is his speed?
Yeah,
40.
40. Yeah, dang. Yeah, no, it's actually pretty good for them. So yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
He is 5 feet faster than me. Oh,
Fuck damn. And what is it? A reflex save?
What for the being?
Yeah, for being being caught.
Yep. DC 12.
Fortunately, he gets out of it. Yeah, they managed to. They do take a hit, and damn, 10 points of damage. That took a healthy chunk out of their leg, and yeah, they are bleeding real good. But yeah, no, you sprinting off through the night again.
Tyrone is just going to keep pursuing.
Yep, nice. So yeah, so John and River, with Splint sort of commentating sort of the route he's taken and what he's doing, you're able to sort of keep pace without having to be sort of, oh no, you wouldn't be at disadvantage. So I suppose you actually, because with the low light vision, you would be all right. So make a tracking check with advantage, because essentially Splint is helping you along the way. Yeah, not bad. So yeah, 15's absolutely fine. So you're sprinting. You're probably keeping pace with them. You're not far behind them. You're probably only minute or two behind them with what has happened. But yeah, with the little stop that they had, a little sort of standoff that they had for a few moments, you're making some ground on them. And so, is it just Jameson and Ditch sticking at the campsite?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Cookie, are you staying there as well? Sorry.
I might jump in the SUV. Toward the commotion.
All right. As you do that, you can. So River and John Doe have sort of set off on foot. Make a vehicles land check. Fuck, damn. Yeah, so with the sort of commentary from Splint sort of helping you on, actually, yeah, no, you managed to sort of barrel past the other guys, and you weave your way through the. So this is kind of like what looks like an old sort of like road, not in the middle of like a town or anything like that, but it does have like the odd like petrol station along the way and things like that. But it's not too clogged up with old cars. So you're able to weave in between pretty quickly and make a lot of headway on them. Probably what would happen at this point is the next thing is Cookie would probably catch up with Splint and Tyrion, especially with Cookie's ability to track Tyrion. And so, Cookie, with your headlights coming up on the back of the guys and chasing after them, you see a scraggly-looking guy that Splint is chasing. Yeah, he's barefooted and he's got sort of mostly bare legs, but you can see that he is carrying, or he's got like a rucksack slung over his back, and he is got a rifle on the side there, and he is sort of like just booking it. What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and like not just run him over and kill him, but try and like knock him over to the floor.
Hit him with the car door as you drive by.
Yeah, no, I'd say you managed to do that with that roll. You get you basically like drive around and then do like a sick sort of handbrake turn, skid action, and stop in front of them. Sorry?
Was there two of them?
Just the one.
Okay.
Just the one that you saw, at least. And as the figure comes to a stop, Splint, you're able to catch up in that moment as they slow down, and Tyrion's able to sort of catch up as well. Are you trying to subdue him or capture him or anything like that?
I think we should subdue him and bring him back to the camp. But
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fair enough. Tyrion or Splint or whoever is doing the subduing, please roll for. So it wouldn't be an attack; it would just be like a contested like athletics roll, unless you wanted Tyrion to do his like bite attack to grapple him.
that's Tyrion out of the picture. Does Splint want to?
Wait, he is injured. Do we get some form of advantage?
Can Cookie jump out as well to aid?
No, sorry. So Tyrion's does have that bite attack I meant, so which is his grapple thing. So he doesn't have to do like a athletics roll as such.
Oh, can I roll?
Yeah, he can roll his attack again. Damn. Okay. Let's see if he gets 4.
Huh.
God fucking damn. This guy is squirrely. So he managed to sort of like dodge, duck, dive, and wrench his way out of that, leaving a chunk of his car in Tyrion's mouth. But he does sort of managed to get away from you. Tyrone is faster than him, so he's able to bear down on him again. Tyrone can go for another bite attack. This guy is starting to look a little bit injured.
No, can Tyrone just kind of get underneath his legs again to like trip him up?
No, so you wouldn't have to really roll for that.
How far out is Jameson?
Jameson, I thought you were staying by the vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Quite far.
Oh, I guess I'll leave you to it then.
That's fine. Yeah, it tricks it up. I'll say for the sake of brevity, because this guy isn't getting away as such, and you are all sort of in the same sort of distance from him, that it's very fucking Benny Hill, and it's not something that you guys are particularly proud of. But by the time that River and Redacted arrive, you got like Cookie and Splint and Tyrone are just all caked in mud, as well as this guy. And there is like all your shit is just strewn about the place, and it is taking a while. And the guy was just running around the car for a little while, and you guys were all just chasing him like fucking Scooby-Doo characters. Eventually, you managed to kind of like catch him and wrestle him.
You gonna catch me?
He was like the greased up deaf guy.
Are we able to do any? It's been able to like stop the bleeding, so he doesn't just bleed out.
Yeah, no, he's in no immediate danger of death.
Okay,
but he was just starting to look a little bit rough.
That's fine. Cool.
But yeah, if you wanted to sort of administer basic first aid, yeah, you can roll a medicine check.
Yeah, it's just to stop the bleeding in case
Yeah, that's fine.
he fucking bleeds out.
Well, to administer a chicken Norwich.
Chicken Norwich. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, he's mostly just it is but a flesh wound. So you managed to sort of sort of check him out. He's mostly all right. Awesome. Yeah, and you have your muddy man sort of all nicely subdued there.
Chuck him in the SUV and take him back to the camp.
Awesome. As you were doing that, as this has all been going on, Jameson and Ditch, can you roll me perception checks with disadvantage, please? Unless you guys have any particular
Jameson and Ditch. I don't know why I rolled. Fucking ignore me. Sorry.
Abilities in the nighttime.
Yeah, I can see in the dark. I need.
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, Jameson can roll without a disadvantage.
I have the dark sight as well.
You got do you as well.
Low light sight. Or what's it called?
Any sense?
Hollow sight.
Probably not quite useful, but there you go.
Good to know though. You can't be deafened or blinded.
To gain the benefit.
Oh right, yeah, never mind. Oh,
Yeah, if he's
damn,
deafened or
that is
blinded, then it
fucking
doesn't count.
nuts.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Very nice. So yeah, you guys, as you're looking out into the darkness, as your the rest of your group has sort of like run off into the night, you notice, Miss Ditch, now that things are quieting down and the noises have stopped from, you can't hear the rest of your group like rustling about anymore. You're pretty sure you hear a voice coming from, or not a voice, but like a rustling and movement coming from the opposite direction of where the guys ran off to. And it's as you are sort of saying to Jameson at this moment that you think something might be up. That is when a shot fires out. Let me roll a d6. Mr. Ditch, Evens or odds?
Odds.
All right. Odds. Mr. Ditch.
Yes.
So, Mr. Ditch, a shot fires out of the darkness, just whizzing above your head, but misses you.
Nice.
You're in combat.
There we go.
Let me bring it down here.
Boy, am I glad that I ran away.
Please
know,
place your tokens
Preemptively.
down in the middle there.
There's a black block.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
can see
that
the
was-
whole map apart from a couple of black squares. Is that?
Yeah, the black squares are the cars.
I
Gotcha.
figure they might be the vehicles.
So that one is the SUV. That one's the hauler.
Those
And
of us
that's
who
the
ran
bike
away,
there.
are we dropping ourselves down?
Oh yeah, guys, chuck yourselves down.
Anywhere in particular?
So the rest of you guys, somewhere down this end of the map. That'll be where you'll be coming back from. Jameson and Mr. Ditch, you guys are somewhere in the middle part of there.
Yeah, my Roll20 really doesn't like this map, so apologies in advance for when stuff does not work.
Doesn't like it.
No.
Why is
It
that?
keeps scrolling me up and down the map constantly.
That's weird.
So I'm just going to roll initiative and stop touching things.
Wait, we're meant to be at the top or the bottom of the map?
You guys, you'll be coming in through the bottom. That'll be the.
We zoomed on. Or I can suggest.
Yeah, I already tried that. I'm just not touching anything and it seems fine now.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Do you want me to put Splint down? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, no, you guys can chuck yourselves down and put yourselves either at the top or the bottom of the map. Doesn't matter. You guys will be coming through in a little while.
I'm gonna put myself at the top of the map with everyone else.
Didn't want to be left out.
No, I just don't want to be separated. I'm gonna be where Splint be. It's my happy space.
Nice. So for gameplay purposes, you guys are going to be, now that you put the foot down, and you guys haven't raised the alarm yet, but if you were to put your foot down, you'd be able to make it back in 2 rounds. So until then, Jameson and Mr. Ditch, you are on your own. So can you, let me just roll this, so guys, so they don't get a surprise round on you as such. They've just sort of initiated combat. So
They've blocked out there.
because of Mr. Ditch's very nice perception roll. See, descending.
They picked up the 2 toughest.
Very nice. So it would be Jameson. You are first to act.
All right. And we're aware of all of them, yeah?
You're aware of these ones now that with your low light vision and with Ditch's perception roll, he's been able to, like, as the shots came out, he was able to identify these ones.
All right, the ones we can see now. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But when you said these ones, I was expecting you to point those. But you mean what we can see. Right. All right. In that case, these are bushes, right?
Yes.
Lovely.
It's going to be flamethrower time.
The good bush.
A little bit closer. Should do nicely. Toast these boys.
Okay. Yeah. So was that a that's a reflex saving throw, isn't it?
Oh, what if I spray? Yeah, if I spray both, I should be able to do it.
Yeah, with a cone. Yeah, no, I'd say so.
Like the bushes in front of them, so this. Well, disadvantage.
That wouldn't really help. Yeah, that's not going to be very nice for them. Oh yeah, 13 and a 12, so it would be. Oh, look, I just had this up. So spray is the DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your. I suppose in this context it'd be your strength modifier instead because it's a heavy weapon.
16. 8 plus 8.
Shit. Yeah. So they both fail. Fuck. Very nice. So they both take 18 points of fire damage. And yeah, they're not going to like that at all.
Just in case the bush isn't already on fire, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Holy.
Damn.
What do we do? Roll another D. What
Double
is this?
check
46.
there. Reflex saving throws. Oh, honey. So one of them.
Can I roll damage?
I suppose it shouldn't strictly be happening because it's not an attack as such. It's a you're putting out an area of effect. But I suppose why not?
Double nat 20, you know.
It is, yeah. That deserves some recognition.
A 1 in 400 chance, isn't it?
16. Yeah, no, both of them with even the guy who does save over here, he manages to like hot foot it, like jump out of the way. But yeah, even with that, he is he still gets caught up in the second attack and just like burns away, and it is horrendous. You're very glad the bush is sort of blocking out the worst of the sight of that from you.
Ancient's just cackling in the orange light. Well, there's a strong smell of roast pork on the air.
Oh, God.
This is another campaign that's going to end up with Sam's character eating humans, isn't it?
I've never done that before.
I literally was about to say, how long before tasty.
Or he starts eating tongues.
I've never actually eaten humans before.
You've eaten it, in a fantasy world, you ate another humanoid's tongue. We'll count it.
I did that out. I never eating it.
No, you did. You retired the character because of it.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
It managed to get through to your sense of, oh, maybe this isn't right, so it's got to be pretty bad.
At least I had decency to retire the character after it happened.
Wait, no, so is that all your turn?
No, I'm going to do my classic first turn move and bonus action Fury at the end of my turn.
Very good. Awesome. It is going to be this guy's turn. He is going to sort of stay where he is. He's going to drop to a prone position over here. For his movement, and that'll just sort of make him harder to hit. But then now that he's got a bead on Jameson, he's going to take a shot at him. Dang. That is going to be his turn. This guy over here, he is going to sort of stay over here. Stay over where he is, but he's just going to move up to the right a bit, and he is going to drop to a knee, take a shot at Mr. Ditch. 17. Does a 17 hit Mr. Ditch?
Hang on. I've got the wrong armor on here now. I think my AC is 17.
So that is 17 points of ballistic damage. But that is fucking amazing.
17. So that's 17 over 2.
Yep. So yeah, reduced to down to 8 points of ballistic damage for you. And this guy is going to run up over here. He is going to lob a grenade. Let me just roll something to just see how accurate he is. Yep. So it's going to land just here, and it has a 10-foot radius. So I do think that does get you as well, Jameson. So as he chucks that, although it is like darkness right now, so it's hard to see, but it does seem some sort of like hissing sort of fog and gas seems to sort of spill out of it and fill the sort of area around here. I would like both of you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I have advantage.
Fortitude, even. Yes, please do. It's 11. Oh.
Fortitude, you son of a bitch.
So, Mr. Ditch, as that hissing, as that gas fills the area next to you, all around you, you are filled with a great sort of sense of nausea and sickness, and you double over and begin vomiting onto the ground. You are incapacitated for the next round.
Oh,
It's essentially the worst stink bomb you have ever smelt. But you don't take any damage. Jameson, eyes start to tear up a little bit, but you manage to shrug off the worst of the effects. You're all right.
It is
Yeah.
butter meat barbecue.
So yeah, Mr. Ditch, unfortunately you are incapacitated for this round, so you are unable to act. So coming back round to Jameson. So rest of you guys, at the end of this round, you guys will be making your triumphant return in the
It
in
was
the car.
this time, wasn't it? You threw the grenade.
This one over at the top.
Oh,
The guy over here is the guy who dropped to prone to shoot at you. That's the guy who went to the knee to shoot at Ditch, and that's the guy who lobbed the grenade.
alright. Well, I think what I'll probably do is that guy's still standing, right? The guy at the top.
Yeah, no, he's stood up.
Is the guy on one knee in any way?
It's
Okay.
not mechanically, like, he's not harder to hit. There's just a bit of flavour.
But the guy's prone is assumably harder to hit.
Yeah, so because he's prone, any ranged attacks against him will be with disadvantage.
Alright, I'll go for the guy on one knee.
Yep, cool.
And I'm gonna, I believe this phrase, blow him away with my heavy gun.
Shit, I always forget you actually have ranged weapons. Oh, yeah, no, unfortunately, 11 misses. As you, like, let loose with the spray of bullets, he just, like, dives sort of out of the way and just sort of, like, manages to hide behind a little tree root and take some shelter. But yeah, that misses, unfortunately.
Bugger. Well, I guess I'll try again.
Go for it. Fucking damn, 20. And again, a 13. Unfortunately, a little bit too low for him.
Well, there's a whole lot of bullets.
You have turned that place into
Which
like there is just like it's just like a ditch, like just around this guy. You've made a small moat around this man, just sort of
I'm
melts
standing
here.
in a small mountain of cartridges.
Yeah, yeah.
Bullet casings are like burying my feet.
Is that your turn?
No, Jameson's thoroughly unimpressed with the inability to hit him, so he's going to charge towards him at full pelt. Which would be, what's my speed? 30, I think.
Yep.
Actually, wait. Have I got a cry speed because of my legs? Did I get legs? No, I didn't get legs in the end. I was going to get mechanical legs, but I never did.
Yeah, I think you got the arms.
Yeah, I got the recoil reduction instead.
No. Okay, doke. Moving on to the Raiders' turns. So this guy over here is going to fire at you, and I think, let me just double check something, but I think when you attack with a ranged weapon from prone. I think it gives you advantage. I want to say.
I think it gives you disadvantage. I genuinely think that's right.
I think it's more likely to be a.
Yes, yeah, you might be right.
I think it's disadvantage on people hitting you and disadvantage on you hitting them, or the other way around.
Yeah, I know it's disadvantage from people attacking a goal prone. You can make an opportunity. That's not what I wanted. An attacking target who is prone while attacking with melee because you can you shoot a button? Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything about it. So actually, it doesn't say that he gets disadvantage on firing from prone. As such, so he's just going to fire like normal. So he is just going to take a shot at Jameson. Bam. 24.
Hits.
That's 4 points of ballistic damage. 9 points of ballistic damage, even.
Ouch.
Alright, not a very nice one. This guy is over here is just gonna sort of pat himself down and just gonna look around himself, going, "Huh!" and sort of like maniacally start cackling, and it's gonna just believe himself to be.
You realise that James is now coming towards it.
This guy believes he's invincible now.
You'll regret
His-
that belief.
Yeah, his rolls don't reflect it though.
Hmm.
And he is gonna still not be very helpful there. This guy is going to sort of like rip off another one of his bandolier of grenades and chuck it. Let's just see how accurate he is.
Uh-oh.
3. So he's going to try and aim for here, but unfortunately he only hits right over here. So I think that's right over here. Yeah, so Jameson, you are actually out of it, but I'm afraid, Mr. Ditch, you are in there again. Can you roll a fortitude save for me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you're absolutely fine. You are another stink cloud, like, envelops you, but you managed to, you were ready for it this time, and you managed to sort of, like, just hold your breath and shrug it off, so you're all good. You guys, the rest of you guys, your SUV is screeching down the road here, and just as whoever is going to be acting next, after Mr. Ditch takes his turn, then you guys will be arriving just at the edge of the map there. So, Mr. Ditch.
Oh, I need to roll initiative.
How long would it take for me to put on my mech suit?
You would have to run over here, and I would say it'd be at least an action to jump in, get into it.
It'll take you 2 turns to get there.
Two turns?
Yeah, because you one if you can get there probably in one go, but then you have to use your action when you get there to put it on. Like you're gonna waste like 2 whole rounds. You could probably kill someone in the time it take you to get the mech suit.
But I could also move quicker in my mech suit.
And you though?
It does have
Yeah.
50 feet per round.
Oh,
I've
fucking
got
hell.
30.
And I can climb onto a mech.
Fair play.
More importantly, I can hang on the back.
In the 2 rounds it's gonna take you, we're gonna kill everyone else.
But then he'll turn up and people will be like, well, thank fuck that we didn't fight that thing. That could have been dangerous.
It might finish the combat before it really kicks up a gear. So much go, oh fuck a mech.
Get in the mech suit.
Get in the mech suit. Let's get in the mech suit.
Get in the mech suit.
If you have a mech suit and you don't get in it,
Yeah.
what's the point in having? What's the point in buying a lorry to bring the mech suit?
Worst case scenario is you just get out of the mech suit.
Okay. So what? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, your mech's just sitting in the back of here, so I would say if you wanted to use your action, you'd be able to sort of like, jump into your mech suit if you wanted to.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah.
And then can I do and use my action surge to move again?
Oh, yes. I suppose you could.
So now I
That
can.
makes sense.
So now I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I could completely forgot you had that. For some reason.
Does the action surge give you another full turn, or is it just another action?
Action surge just gives you basically, essentially, another turn.
You get
One additional action on top of your regular action.
Yeah, so you get another additional action, so you need to use.
So it's not another movement.
You can use. He can use it to sprint, so you can move, but he's now got
Yeah.
no action left.
Yeah, you'd be able to take the dash action to get where you are now, but you wouldn't have an action to then attack or anything. If you wanted.
Okay. Well, I'll do that then.
Okay, it's your turn. So then moving on through, we have. Let's just go through here. So we have Mr. Ditch and come around to the top of the order. Cookie,
Okay.
you're driving the SUV.
For fuck's sake, why is there? I looked down and I've looked back up and there's a fucking mecha samurai in between me and the two guys I was just going to drive over.
I told you to get in the fucking mech suit.
For
I
fuck's sake.
love that this is exactly what Cookie is saying.
You encouraged him.
Fucking hell. Why is he there and not out the way? Right, I want to take this route.
The mech, it'll be fine.
How much movement can I have in the SUV?
In the SUV, there is an actual thing for this.
It's going to be like the length of a mech around, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be something like 200 feet a turn or something.
Is something like the military SUV does have shitloads of movement, so it's like, oh fucking Jesus! I mean, if you're moving at top speed, you have like 600 feet of movement per turn. If you were going at like top speed, so I'll say you're moving fast enough that it doesn't matter.
Can
But if you were going to try and do some kind of like turning squirrely maneuver like this, you will have to make a check.
Can I jump just before Cookie's SUV comes and do a
Unless you
backflip over it?
Unfortunately, if you had readied action or something similar, maybe. But I think because you run over here and you're facing away from him, I think it would be quite difficult. So, Cookie, roll vehicle, a vehicle land, a land vehicle, even. Check. This be a bit tricky to do this one. Okay. So, with that, I'm gonna need. If it was higher, Mr. Ditch wouldn't have to, but as it is, Mr. Ditch and the Raiders are going to have to roll reflex saves. So, let me just roll this. Actually, no, Cookie, you can roll this. Cookie, can you roll 4d10 for me?
If he rolls the car, I will never forgive him.
How do I roll 4d10?
So if you go down on the left-hand little bar,
Advance.
you can go across and you can just hit on the d10 thing. You can just hit 4. Ah, there you go. 25. So, Mr. Ditch, you take 25 points of bludgeoning damage as the military SUV doesn't completely plow into you, but it clips one of your legs. As you try and as you if you turn around and see it, and it just takes your leg all the way fucking out and knocks you prone in your mech. This guy does. He fails his save, and he gets sort of he manages to partially jump out of the way and gets clipped by it and gets knocked over here and is looking real rough. And a similar thing with this guy. This guy tries to dodge, but he just gets completely. He just jumps up and gets punted by the fucking SUV over here, and he is also looking really fucking rough. But yeah, so you have ended up over at the other end.
What about this guy?
Oh shit, I missed that guy. Reflex save. Shit. This guy's also been punted over here. Minus 25. And all of the rest of you guys have come to a rest where the SUV is over here. Let's put a little jig down here. There you go. Moving on, it is River.
All right.
We're in the pink box, are we?
Yeah, I'm in the pink
You're in the
box.
pink
Yeah,
box.
right. Yeah. Sorry. It's okay. It's cooperating. Which one was the one that lay down? Was it this one?
All of the raiders are now knocked prone because they all failed,
And all right.
and they're all looking really fucking
In
rough.
5e, when you melee attack somebody while prone, it's like an instant crit. Or is that paralyzed?
I think paralyzed is an instant crit. I think it's with advantage when you attack someone who's prone though, and it's a melee attack.
Works for me. I'm gonna get out and run over here and stab this gentleman.
Yep,
With the katana. So there's a stab.
that's a
And
successful stab.
there's a snack. I don't think it's going to.
It doesn't. I
I
was
didn't think it would
academic.
change anything. No, yes, exactly.
You ran over to this guy who had bones sticking out of both legs and was just sort of in a daze, sort of rolling from side to side on the floor, and you just put him out of his misery, essentially.
All right. Well, that kill is clearly all mine. I guess. Now we've already got one captured. Yes.
Yes, you have him sort of trussed up in the back of your SUV with the rest of the
Okay,
guys.
cool. So we don't need to worry about survivors here. So I will use my bonus action to dash and travel an additional. I have to count, and that's hard. I think I can get to here, and then I'll end my turn.
Yep. Cool. John Doe, your turn.
I just realised I did not fucking roll initiative.
Step out the car, step towards this guy, who is also, I think, lying on the floor.
Yes, he is prone as well.
I'm going to shoot him with my shotgun.
But it's
Oh,
with
that's-
disadvantage because it's a ranged attack. I know it's stupid, but an 11 would miss as well.
Well, that's my turn.
It's the darkness. It's real dark here. I know there's headlights and stuff, but it's all thrown off your perspective. There's shadows and stuff, so no one really saw anyway. That's okay.
That's
Just
cool.
heard a shot. And
It was a warning shot, guys. He has been warned that we are here.
I did a good job, but okay.
you hear a shotgun blast go off, and then you hear Jameson go, "Oh, fuck!"
Did I miss my turn?
You are all. Oh wait a second.
I'm at the bottom of the
You're
turn.
15 as well. Why did? Oh shit! Why did it skip them? I only hit it once. Never mind. You are both 15, and actually, I imagine John Doe actually has a better. Never mind. You will go next.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing more I can do here.
That's absolutely fine. Jameson.
Did they get their turn? I didn't.
They did not. That's very true. Why did it? Is it because I panned? It might because I scrolled on my initiative thing.
Ah, yes.
That might be my fault.
Yeah.
Lovely. So retconning that. So this guy is going to try and stand up. He's got one knee which is pointing off to the side, a weird angle. He is going to see the mecha that is sort of like laid on the ground next to him and was already cacking himself sort of at the prospect of fighting that, and he is going to just book it over this. Well, he's disoriented, so I'm just going to roll a dice to see which way he goes. He's going to head straight down towards River, and as he gets in contact with her, he's going to try and brush past, or like sort of barrel his way past her. Does an 11 hit?
No.
No, he misses. And he is going to try and rush past there. If you wanted to take an attack of opportunity,
I would, yeah, actually, yeah.
absolutely fine.
Ah,
No, unfortunately, you just
it's really dark.
It is very dark. It is really dark, you guys. This guy is going to stand up and is going to sort of look a bit wary, a little bit bleary-eyed, and is going to draw down on John, who has just come up to try and finish him off. And he is going to take a shot. Is 9 points of ballistic damage.
Not even going to ask if it hits.
Does a 19 hit?
Of course it does, yes.
Awesome. Yes, so Jameson.
Lovely. I am going to. I'll refrain from burning anyone because everybody's quite close to other people who I probably shouldn't be burning. So, in irritation at the fact that this guy was it this guy who previously didn't get? Is he the one who's stunned by not being hit by bullets?
No, that was this guy, who got thrown by the car over here.
Yeah.
That was the one River finished
I'm
off.
wondering how he moved. Yeah, I was trying to figure out in my head how he
It
moved.
got like tossed an extra spot along.
All right. Well, he's in a close enough spot. But it's still irritating me.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the 10's gonna miss. The 23 does not though. Yeah, as this guy's like stumbles as he barrels past River, and River he just sort of falls over, which narrowly misses River's katana. You just blow him to chunky salsa.
So many extra bits of damage to do.
I mean, feel free.
I get a +2 from Fury, and I get an extra D6 from my superheated weaponry.
Correction, smooth salsa.
Smooth
Not chunky
salsa.
anymore.
Smooth, slightly flambéed salsa.
Yeah.
Very nice. John Doe and Mr. Ditch. Unless you were doing anything else, Jameson?
I'm going to curse in frustration at the fact that it's 4 o'clock to hit anything with my minigun.
It was a very good hit, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
You can wave. I'll ask the final remaining reindeer if he's feeling lucky.
I mean, he's seen you firing your minigun. He feels lucky.
As you come up to close to him, and he's looking round at this it's looking like a pretty hopeless situation now. He just sort of snarls and just goes, "You ain't fucking taking me." and he just like pulls a knife, and he's ready.
At which point, we should just pick him up like a briefcase and walk off with him.
Jameson's gonna sort of do the you call out a knife and heft his two-handed axe with a flamethrower splatter.
Which incidentally is not a knife either.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I
That's not a knife. That's an axe. I see.
He
You
just
played
looks a bit
Knife Axe before.
Mr. Ditch.
Don't make me laugh, Dan.
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
So,
You've played Knifey Spoony before. Oh, good, the mech's here.
Yeah.
do this the old Navy way.
So useful.
First one to die loses.
Trips the rock and kills Jameson.
I'm gonna. I can't do anything. Can't I intimidate him from here?
Roll
to try and get him to run away so Jameson can't kill him.
God, I'm so glad you got in that mech suit.
I knew it was a fucking waste of time.
He's
What
limping.
if you dash through Jameson? What would happen?
He had to move it. Yeah, he had to get up, didn't he?
He spent so much money on that mech suit. It's now his answer to literally every problem.
He got
I mean, it is.
This beer bottle is really difficult to open. Let me give a mech.
Oh, I left my wallet at home. Oh no, mech.
Yeah, roll some intimidate, then Mr. Ditch.
Oh my god.
Not too bad. Like intimidate, like 12's not terrible. This guy, you have gotten the impression that he has made his peace, and he realizes this is a lost fight, but he knows, that he doesn't really have any other options. Splint.
So Splint is gonna step out of the car.
You'd like him alive.
And Splint is gonna take out a syringe of sedative and just inject him with it.
Mhm.
He's on the ground, isn't he? This guy still. Or is
No,
it
he is
not?
stood up now.
Cool. I just try and inject him with just a sedative. Which isn't an attack roll that I have. So
Okay,
how you want to do that?
Just
Aside-
make a melee attack if you have any melee attack. Oh no, you have your scalpel, so that'd be representative. of it.
Don't have it anymore, but give me a second. I'll work out what I'll.
That's fine. It would just be like a d20 plus your dex plus your proficiency.
And if he
Cool.
misses, does he put John Doe to sleep?
Stabs Jameson in the butt cheek.
So it's just going to be +4 to whatever this roll is. All right.
Yep.
11. Okay.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. No, he's just like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, just like swinging his knife around like wildly. It's just like some rusty old like kitchen cleaver.
Can I? Oh, would I question? Would I have advantage because of my positioning with Jameson?
You would. That's a good point. Yes, no, absolutely. sorry.
Oh,
And
game
because
changer.
Stone Cold said so.
15
did say.
instead.
What's that? 15. Ah, that would hit. Lovely. So he is going to roll a con save, sort of fortitude save, and he does quite well. He manages. It is in his system.
Wow.
It's gonna start. It's gonna take effect. It just hasn't started taking effect yet. He is fighting it. Awesome. Are you doing anything else?
Spin is just gonna say to the group, just completely ignoring this guy, going, "He'll be out in a few minutes," and then he's just gonna get back into the car, knowing that it's gonna give him an attack of opportunity on him.
Yeah, no, will. Slash at you. 10
That
I
does
imagine
not hit.
misses. He's a little bit he's just fucking discombobulated from his car crash and everything else, and so he's just swinging around wildly. Cookie still got this guy just sort of like fighting this for all he's worth now.
Is this the one that Splint's just injected
Yes.
with the sedative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the sedative going to kill him?
No, it's just sedative.
Okay.
But it shouldn't kill him anyway. I am a doctor.
You're not an anaesthetist, are you?
I mean,
You can have allergies.
this is the future. We're fine.
Yeah, you
I'm a
just use
doctor.
cyber anesthesia.
Why in this campaign is the doctor, I'm a doctor, being questioned, when in the last one, the doctor who was essentially a DJ was never questioned?
Can I?
Look, the DJ who claimed to be a doctor was quite good.
He had a lab coat. That's,
You're so
Yeah, he wore a
charismatic.
lab coat. You aren't wearing a lab coat.
I've got over 20 years of medical history,
Yeah, but where's your doctor's coat?
both in the military and illegally on the street.
Yeah, but you can't trust your work because you wear a plague mask.
3 bodies.
So, Cookie, you trying to blind this chap?
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, so he is going to.
How lucrative it was to.
He has failed. So he has gone blind. He is like, and then as he's doing that, he is now like his eyes are unfocused, and now he is just wildly swinging around and just like fumbling around at his in his vest.
It's
That
just one of the eyes.
That was a bonus action.
Yep.
Can I now my main action? Can I rugby tackle him?
Okay. Yeah. Roll a athletics check
Not Cookie's fault.
with advantage because the guy is blinded.
Hmm.
And, so this guy gets to contest that. His athletics.
Hmm.
What? These guys are scrappy.
Wiley. It's the worst.
So he just like senses Cookie coming, and he's just like got that crazy, fucking like wild animal sort of like strength and like desperation, and he's just sort of like jumping around and like swinging around and manages to evade you. River, it's your
No.
turn. What to
Is
do?
Cookie now
Can I-
like? Is Cookie now like over here, like on the floor?
Yeah, he's just like on his ass.
I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. So this is the guy still. This is still the guy injected with the sedative, right?
Yes,
Yeah. And he's blinded.
in his
Okay.
system, but he is fighting it.
Can I basically just try and like, you know, because I've got the hidden blade in my arm, so I presumably I have like a mechanical arm. Can I just try and like whack him with the side of the arm?
Or are you trying to do
Basically,
like non-lethal
I'm
damage?
trying to do a non-lethal hit on him.
That's fine. So roll your normal like katana attack,
Pacha.
and yeah, this guy is out cold. This guy is sleepsies.
Why would you try and rugby tackle him? You know you're not good at that.
You're an old man.
You're an old man, and you decided my greatest weapon is my own body.
Get out of the way! I'm doing a surprise attack.
He's watched River doing too many physical things, and he's just like, oh,
I can still do that.
can't let the young whippersnappers get away with it.
He just falls on the floor.
Yeah. So you now have two sort of sedated and captured raiders.
I've just basically what Cookie's done there is essentially what Boris Johnson did to that kid when he was playing rugby.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my fuck! I remember that. He wiped that child out.
Yeah. The only downside is that Boris didn't shout "Abbott, you cunt" as he did it, because that would have just made the video.
Yeah, he tackled him like he owed him alimony.
Yeah.
Awesome. You are. The night returns to quiet, and the danger appears to have passed. You
And
now
we-
have
we've got-
2 captives.
Yeah. Whoa.
They are out. Yeah, they are.
Guess we tie them up and leave until morning.
No worries.
Yeah.
They'll keep.
Yeah, they will.
Splint. Make sure they won't die.
Yeah, I'll give them just a once over with the old medicine check just to make sure that they are
Yeah, go for it.
gonna survive a night.
Yeah, no, this guy you think may have had some fractured ribs from the car hit, but you don't think it's going to be sort of life threatening, so you don't feel the need to heal him or anything like that.
Cool.
Yeah, no, they're going to survive.
Nice.
You doing anything else before you guys are bedding down?
Putting some ice on my hip.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go around and see how does anyone need any healing in
I
the
think
group?
Dick needs a bit of healing.
Sorry?
Ditch doesn't. It is his mech, which is damaged.
Oh,
And I
Can Cookie offer to fix the mech?
The
been there
the
since.
most damage that I got was Cookie hitting me in the mech, forcing 25 damage.
Can Cookie offer to repair that?
the way it'll work is essentially for every hour that you work on it, you basically are able to fix however much you roll on a engineering check.
Is that
It
gonna
will
help
require
anyway?
materials. Sorry?
Does that help in any way?
Uh,
Because if it's just physical stuff,
next computers and text, you can use bonus action to spend 1 part within a single break test. Such as a broken display, a severed cybernetic finger, or a smashed light. I think this is more either cosmetic or like minor things. It's all very small, like little fingers or lights and stuff like that. You can help, but I
that's
think
fine. I've got a decent enough tech that I can assist if need be.
So can I roll mechanics?
yes.
Can I
And what-
assist?
And what's the outcome of this?
This will be how much you're able to fix in 1 hour.
Right.
18.
Yeah, you're able to fix 18 points worth of damage in an hour. This is all still in the middle of the night, just remember.
Yeah. So can I work on it for a couple of hours and then go to bed?
Yep. So if you want to roll it once more, because I think it was only like 25 points of damage. Yeah, no, it's
Let's
2 hours. It's all fixed. All good. Is there anything else you guys are doing before you go to bed?
And can I get some healing, Flint?
Mr. D, you haven't. Oh no, you did take a bit of damage.
I did.
before you got in the mech.
Ditch has just been fucked over.
Yeah.
Let's go back to sleep. But can we put thingy back on? Tyrone back on watch.
Absolutely fine.
Did you heal Ditch?
Pardon?
Did you heal Ditch?
Was Ditch actually hurt though? I thought he just hit his neck. Oh,
No, I was
He
hurt.
was here
and my
before
neck
that.
was hurt.
I missed that completely. Yeah,
Can
I'll
I
do
also
it.
get some heals as well, please?
That's for Ditch,
Nice.
and that's for Redacted.
Thank you. That's more than enough to heal me all the way back up. Thank you.
It's more than your total health.
So you
That
guys,
is genuinely more than half my health.
Honestly, my maximum heal for quick heal is 20 HP, which would mean anything apart from you being actually dead, I would heal you up for.
Yeah.
that's-
Unless I'm under 4 hit points, in which case you wouldn't bring me all the way back to max.
Oh, you 24 hit points.
Yeah.
I thought it was 21. Not bad.
You are made of fucking paper. Holy shit.
Yeah, there are some things I'm good at.
Like, I am a rogue equivalent, and I'm not there yet, but I'm not a million miles away from having double your health. I'm a
I-
rogue.
I've made some bad choices and had some shitty rolls. The -1 to con is really the hamstring there.
Was that what's doing it? You reckon? Yeah, maybe. Daft
Jameson's got
goose.
like, was it 60 fucking HP or something?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Awesome. So you guys bed down for the night, having sort of tied up your captives, and left their compatriots. And we shall leave the session there.
Okie doke.
Very good. Yeah.
Congrats.
Hey, nobody
I was-
died.
I was wondering where that would go.
Huge win.
Well, some people died.
Well,
No
none
one
of
died.
us. We did a bit of roadkill, so you know.
Spin just did a bit of cardio, really.
I'll be honest with you. I was like plotting out where I was going to run from that spawn point in the top. Never once in my head did I consider like we're arriving in a car. We should weaponize the car. So I'm very glad Andy went before me.
Is there not a minigun on this SUV?
Yes, there is.
Oh man, we're really clever.
Yeah, but I think
I forgot about that. I'll be honest with
it
you.
was also nighttime, so you know.
Range attack.
Let's
You'd have
just
just
spray
shot-
randomly.
Shot the mech.
Very randomly with the really
Whoever's
expensive
using
gun.
it would have to be using heavy weapons, just as a reminder.
Yeah, which is
Which
just
is just Jameson and Ditch, right?
I think, yeah, none of you guys are proficient with them.
I'm okay with that. I'm barely proficient with guns.
No, I mean, other than
Jameson
other
is
than you guys.
dedicated.
You got the guys in the vehicle, yeah.
Jameson is the dedicated minigun user then.
Mhm.
I do own 2 of them.
Whilst Ditch fumbles about trying to get in and out of his big suit.
I literally cannot think of a reason why a human being would need to own 2 miniguns. I literally can't think of one.
I own one, and then I bought a bigger one, and I kept the old one.
Of course.
You can't think of a reason why a human being would want to own 2 miniguns.
Why they would need to own 2 miniguns.
well, you've got one for everyday use and then one for like black tie
Special
events.
occasions.
Yeah.
Black tie.
It just has a bow tie around each
That's a
barrel.
little boat.
This is my dress minigun.
on for
Yeah.
everyday occasion.
I built up the, very honestly. Ready?
No, you didn't come through properly there, Sam.
I said sorry. Go on, Andy.
I said one for everyday occasions and one for religion.
Oh God.
You know.
No, this is my
Um,
Sunday best minigun. Yes.
No, I'm building up to the like the 100 million one long augmetic where I can hold one in each hand.
Wait, is that actually a thing?
Nope, but I want it.
No, but if I keep
That's
saying
like-
it, Ed will
2
think it
million
is.
Hong Kongs is an optimistic amount of money.
I mean, we got
You say
4.
that, yeah.
We got 4.5.
We start stealing more
50 million one longs.
space
I've-
tech. You know,
I've got
yeah.
6.
What are you trying to do? Sorry.
Got 7.5.
I've just sprouted the idea of a ridiculous augmetic that would let me use a heavy weapon in each hand.
You'd be dead within a week.
Ah,
You'd be dead within a week because of blood poisoning.
Yeah.
Worth it. Great week.
The far more sensible thing to do would just be to buy a mech and put a minigun in each hand.
Or buy
Yeah,
a
but that's
man.
the boring way to do it.
Buy
I
a
suppose
man
you would
carrying
need a
a
mech.
minigun.
That's why I've got a spare minigun, Dom, to mount on a mech. There you go.
All right, there we go. Finally.
I think the mechs already come with minigun.
Yeah, but I want one with 2, obviously. Handful.
Why haven't we mounted a minigun on Mr. Ditch's mech?
Because it's not honourable.
Is it?
Also, nobody else.
I regret asking the question.
Oh, fuck you, Tom.
Nobody else can use heavy weapons other than me, and I'm not riding that.
I thought Mr. Ditch could use heavy
I
weapons.
can, I just don't.
Yeah, you just don't because it's not honourable.
Nobody else can use
You-
heavy weapons.
Ah, you fucking useless weeb.
He is like literally. If he had the minigun, he wouldn't have had to spend the entire of that fight running around in his mech. He could have just shot things with his mech.
Running
There have
around.
been quite a few fights where Mr. Ditch has spent half the fight just running at the enemy.
I'm glad this is really taking the heat of how shit John is.
This is the thing. Jameson is it's one of Jameson's actually far more lethal at long range than he is at close range. Like he does.
Then you can't see the light leave their eyes.
Yeah. the axe is actually only a 1d12. Like the heavy minigun is 3d10.
Yeah, but it takes you
Fuck
4 shots to hit anything.
Oh, got him.
Even with that ratio, it's still better than your hit count.
My long range shot has a range of 150 feet at 3d10 radiation damage, which once per day I can, if I hit it with it, can just make it do 30.
That 30 is really nice.
It
Also-
is.
Also, Richard, I
Good.
did 2 attacks on 2 guys with 1 shot. So that makes my hit rate far higher.
Weapons
Yeah.
aren't John's skill set. He's a
No.
face.
A nameless face.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
names also aren't his
lot of
strong
charisma
point.
never introduces himself.
Yeah, it is an odd pitch. I'm the face of the party. What's your name? Don't know one. Where are you from? Can't tell you.
What's your name? Never bothered with one of those before.
There's an awful
It's
lot of
classified.
questions.
What's your backstory? Oh, it's just this big page of black.
You? I'm not telling you. What? What?
It's like, what's your name? Who are you? What do you want? Like, what do you know about me? How dare you?
Yeah.
Stay away.
I want to wait for my friends to get here and they will kill you. I will do nothing.
I mean, if you pitch that right, that could be scary, but that doesn't really make much of a face. So much just a strange kind of messenger of death.
Mm.
I'm here to do nothing and watch you die.
So is this episode titled Chicken Norwich?